For centuries, there has been speculation about the possibility of a woman pope in the history of the Catholic Church. However, the official stance of the Church is that there has never been a woman pope. But is this really the case? Let's explore this topic further. To start, let's take a look at the history of the Church. The Church traces its roots back to the Apostle Peter, who is recognized as the first bishop of Rome and the first pope. Throughout the centuries, there have been many popes, some of whom have been revered and others who have been vilified. However, there has never been a woman pope, or at least there is no official record of one. The idea of a woman pope, also known as the Popess, comes from a legend that has been circulating since the Middle Ages. According to this legend, a woman named Joan disguised herself as a man and rose through the ranks of the Church to become Pope John VIII in the 9th century. However, during a papal procession, she went into labor and gave birth in the street, thus revealing her true identity. She was then dragged through the streets and eventually died from her injuries. Despite the fact that there is no official record of a woman pope, the legend of Pope Joan has persisted over the centuries. In fact, many scholars believe that the story of Pope Joan was created as a way to discredit the Church and its hierarchy. So, is there any evidence to support the existence of a woman pope? Unfortunately, there is no concrete evidence to prove or disprove the existence of a woman pope. However, there are some historical documents that suggest that there were women who held positions of power within the Church. For example, there are accounts of women who were deacons or ordained ministers in the early Church. Additionally, there were women who held positions of authority as abbesses or leaders of monasteries. Despite these examples, it is important to note that these women were not popes. The papacy has always been a male-dominated institution, and it is unlikely that a woman would have been able to rise to the highest position in the Church. In conclusion, while there is no concrete evidence to support the existence of a woman pope, the legend of Pope Joan has persisted over the centuries. While the official stance of the Church is that there has never been a woman pope, there were women who held positions of power and authority within the Church. This topic is sure to continue to be debated and discussed for years to come.